Good evening. My name is Josh Blevins, and I live in Union Station. We're a PUD directly to the west of the proposed Remington Farms PUD. I want to thank you to many of my neighbors who showed up tonight to speak or just observe the proceedings on this very important issue. I'd like to also thank some of our county commissioners who have showed up. Not all of them will speak, and I wouldn't presume to put any words into their mouth, but I feel like their presence here tonight on Christmas week shows the seriousness of some of the items on the agenda this evening. I'd also like to start by commending the work and effort that went into this PUD proposal by the city staff, particularly the planning department, and the many works I know that's gone into this by the developer, Mr. Knox. I attended the neighborhood meeting hosted by the developer, Mr. Seagroves, on December 14th, and I've also read thoroughly the 22-page PUD proposal presented at that meeting. The PUD proposal is a pretty good proposal. It checks all the correct boxes and meets all the criteria for approval. There'll be talk tonight about increased traffic, but there's been a traffic study done, and the results of that study have been incorporated into the plan. There'll be talk of utility infrastructure, but I'm sure Shelbyville Power has signed off on everything, or this proposal would not be before you tonight. I'm not here tonight to tell you that this proposal is not good. I'm here to tell you that it could be much better than it is, and ask that you would work with the developer to turn what is a pretty good development into a great development. If we're just going to pass through every development that comes to the Planning Commission with all the correct boxes checked, why do we even have a Planning Commission? For myself personally, as a neighbor to this development, the biggest issue I have with the current plan can be summed up in two words: unnecessary density. I'm going to repeat again, unnecessary density. According to the most recent census, Shelbyville has 11,800 acres of land inside the city limits. Our population at the census was 23,557 people. That's a current average density of 2 residents per acre. This development proposes 715 units on 148 acres. At our census average of three people per residence, that will put nearly 2,000 people on less than 150 acres. That's a density of 13.5 people per acre, 7 times our current average. Even worse, the 34 acres of townhomes would have a density of 28 people per acre. This is unnecessary density. Imagine for a minute you're someone looking to buy into this development 15 years down the road. It's complete. What benefits are you getting from living in this densely packed neighborhood? This is not a true mixed-use neighborhood like Lennox Village or Berry Farms. You can't walk to a grocery store. You can't walk your kids to school. You can't walk to a restaurant or a coffee shop. There are 2 parcels with less than 10 acres at the front dedicated to commercial, but no plan for their future use. I live next door in Union Station. We have 22 acres dedicated to commercial use. Those 22 acres have sat empty for over 15 years. I didn't come before you this evening to try to stop all development. I support annexing the property into the city limits. It's located between 2 existing neighborhoods. It's a good candidate for annexation. What I am asking you to do is push back on the PUD as proposed. This property could be turned into a great neighborhood of single-family homes. That would fit into the character and design of the surrounding neighborhoods of all these people sitting here behind me this evening. Neighborhoods like Green Hills, West Meadows, Union Station, Wheatfield, Union Heights, Garden Gate. All of these surrounding neighborhoods are single-family.
Mr. Blevins, I'm going to have to call you that your
Okay.
timer's gone.
All right. Can I just real quick on the R4? 2 seconds, 15 seconds. There is R4 across the street. It's a 3-building apartment complex built in the 1970s. There's no other R4 on the Union Street corridor other than that particular apartment complex. And I don't want us to make a decision based on something that happened well before our current planning guidelines. Thank you for your time.
Thank you.
Josh.